Yeah. What is given to you is alpha and beta are complex cube root of unity. What are the roots of cube root of unity? Cube root of unity are 1 minus 1 plus root 3i upon 2 and minus 1 minus root 3i upon 2. These are the two complex cube roots. इसका मतलब है आपका जो अल्फा है इसमें एक है, आपका जो बीटा है ए है. तो what does that mean? If suppose your alpha is minus 1 plus root 3i upon 2, then your beta is minus 1 minus root 3 upon 2. Which means your alpha is omega, your beta is omega square. तो आपको इसके जगह पे ओमेगा डाल दो, इसके पे ओमेगा स्क्वायर डाल दो और कैलकुलेट कर दो.
But sir, how can you say that it's omega square?
If you call one of them as omega and if you square it, you will get this as answer. Look at this. Omega square का मतलब क्या होगा? If I call this as omega,
that square.
If I square this, I'll show you once again. Yesterday I showed you, but still, because sometimes it doesn't register. So minus 1 square होगा. Plus 2 into minus 1 root 3i plus root 3i the whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah.
So 1 minus 2 root 3i and 3i square become minus 3 upon 4. So 1 and minus 3 will give you minus 2 minus root 2 root 3i upon 4. So if I take 2 common, minus 1 minus root 3i upon 4, and if I cancel this, so this is your omega square. That means if I call this as alpha, your beta will be alpha square.
Alpha square, yeah.
Now since I've got used to this notation, we will call alpha as omega and beta as omega square and start. Okay, you don't have to write this in the exam, but you are if you have forgot to just to inform you, I have written that. Okay, let's start with the problem then. So you are going to replace alpha by omega and beta by omega square. And we also know that omega 1 plus omega square is 0. What are the properties? 1 plus omega square is 0. That means 1 plus alpha plus beta is 0. Clear? So sum of the two is negative of the third. All that you know. Just take first problem. Alpha square plus beta square plus alpha beta. In place of alpha, you write omega.
Omega.
In place of beta, you write omega square.
Omega square.
So omega and omega square. So omega square plus omega raised to 4 plus omega raised to 4 cube.
Cube.
That is omega square. Omega raised to 4 is nothing but omega.
Omega.
Omega cube is 1. Its answer is
0. Oh, nice.
Plus omega square is 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Do yourself the second part. Everybody do the second part yourself. I am pausing the video for a minute. This part, just I'm recording. Alpha is replaced by omega. Beta is replaced by omega square. Omega raised to 4 became omega. Omega raised to 8 became omega square. Omega cube became 1. So answer becomes 0. Can I change the page?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now write next question. Last question of this kind. If x is equal to a plus b, y is equal to alpha a plus beta b, z is equal to a beta plus b alpha. That means they got interchanged. X, a and b got interchanged. In alpha and beta are cube root of unity. Then show that x into y into z is equal to a cube plus b cube. That means product of this 3 is the formula for a cube plus b cube, provided alpha and beta are the cube root, omega and omega square. That's the meaning of the question. So let's start with it. X into y into z. X is a plus b square is a. Then alpha a plus beta b. Then next is what? A into beta plus b into alpha. So alpha is your omega and beta is your omega square. So substitute that. Let this a plus b remain like that only. So alpha into omega. Sorry, I made a mistake there. A into omega plus b into omega square. A into omega square plus b into omega. So what you can do? We will expand this.
Common.
You could have taken common, but it may expand. Okay, so a omega will multiply a omega square plus b omega. B omega square will multiply a omega square plus b omega. So a plus b into a square omega cube. AB omega square.
AB omega 4.
AB omega raised to 4. B square
omega cube.
This will become a plus b into a square into 1. This will become AB common omega square plus omega raised to 4. Omega raised to 4 is omega.
AB omega square also we can take common.
No, don't take square. What is the idea? This is omega square and this is omega. So the sum of this is omega, no?
Yes.
Sum of the two is negative, third apply cursor pen. So a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Omega square plus omega is 1 minus 1. Okay.
Direct formula. Okay.
And this is a cube plus b cube's formula.
Yes, sir.
And that's the answer. A plus b into a square minus ab plus b square is the formula for a cube plus b cube. Okay. Do you remember what is de Moivre's theorem? Anybody? Cos theta plus I sin theta. How can you write this as? What is the other notation, exponential notation for this?
E I raised to n.
E raised to I theta. This is the notation for it. So E raised to I theta, the whole raised to n.
N.
That is what is cos n theta. Okay, I'll write it this side. 1 minute.
Cos n theta plus I sin n theta.
We know that this is E raised to I theta. So what is cos theta plus I sin theta? Raised to n.
Cos n.
Cos n theta plus I sin.
Very good, very good. E raised to I n theta हो जाएगा. ये दोनों multiply हो जाएगा. और e raised to I n theta का मतलब क्या है? Cos n theta plus I sin theta. इसका मतलब है जो पावर है वो सीधा इधर आ जाता है, इसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई हो जाता है. बराबर है ना? So what is cos theta plus I sin theta raised to 2 square? इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं?
Cos 2 theta plus I sin theta.
Cos 2 theta plus
I sin theta.
I sin 2 theta. बराबर है ना?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to prove sin 3 theta and cos 3 theta's formula, देखो क्या simple method I'm going to apply. मैं शुरू करेगा इधर से, देखो cos 3 theta plus I sin 3 theta. इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं?
Cos
theta plus I sin theta the whole cube.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll expand a plus b the whole cube formula. If I expand a plus b the whole cube formula, first term will be cos cube theta. I'll just explain what is a plus b the whole cube. Anybody want to help me?
A cube.
A
A
cube
cube
Plus
plus square b
3
A square
a
B
square b plus 3ab square.
plus b cube
plus B cube.
Some of you would have done like this, 3ab into a plus b.
into
वो भी
a plus
बराबर है.
Yes, sir.
इसको expand करेगा तो ये आ जाता है, ये तीन
Same.
ये दो term आ जाता है. But I want to keep it in this way.
Hmm.
So a cube हो गया plus 3 times a square cos square theta हो जाएगा into I sin theta
Sin theta.
plus 3 cos theta into
I sin theta square
I sin theta the whole square,
whole square.
and lastly I sin theta the whole cube. Now I can write this as cos cube theta plus 3 cos square theta into sin theta into I. This will become I square minus 3 cos theta sin square theta, and this become minus I sin cube theta. Now take all real part together.
Cos cube theta minus
Minus 3 cos
cos
theta
theta
sin
sin
square
square
theta.
theta.
I took the real part together. Took the imaginary part together. Take that imaginary part together.
3 cos square theta
3 cos square theta sin theta minus sin cube theta.
I.
Yeah, I already मैंने इधर लिखा है, तो I फिर से
So
नहीं.
not again I.
Now equate the real part. When I equate the real part, this should be the formula for cos 3 theta.
Oh.
But that formula is not matching with the formula given to me. मेरा आंसर तो पूरा cos में ही है. तो ये sin square को क्या लिख सकते हैं?
1 minus cos square theta.
Minus cos square. Same way, if I equate imaginary part,
Yeah, so instead of cos square theta, we can write
sin
1
3
minus
theta.
sin.
Or equate the imaginary part इस तरफ. 3 cos square
Cos
theta
square theta sin
sin
theta.
theta minus sin cube theta.
Theta.
Yes.
So आपको एक ही स्टेप बाकी है. A sin square के जगह पे 1 minus
1
cos
minus
square
cos
लिखो.
square theta.
A cos
1
square के
minus
जगह
sin
1 minus sin square लिख लो,
square
आपका
theta.
आंसर आ जाएगा. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Are you writing, or should I give you time for writing?
We are not writing.
We were
Application of de Moivre's theorem. Another application of de Moivre's theorem. Why should we learn de Moivre's theorem? Calculate 1 minus I raised to 5. The form, make it in the form a plus bi. I want you to express 1 minus I raised to 5 in the form a plus bi. Just imagine I am keep on multiplying. मेरा दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा ना? So here is the method. Convert 1 minus I to modulus amplitude. How much is real part here? 1. So let me call this as Z. So modulus of Z is root of 1 square plus minus 1 square.
Root 2.
Root 2, sir.
Then argument of Z is which quadrant?
Second quadrant.
second.
Second. X is positive, Y is negative.
Yeah.
Quadrant में कैसा आएगा?
Fourth
Fourth
quadrant.
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 So
Minus-
fourth quadrant you have a choice.
Minus
Either you can write 2 pi
2 pi or minus
2 pi minus
Tan inverse
tan inverse
tan inverse b upon
plus
a
plus
by
tan
by
inverse.
plus b by a.
So 2 pi plus tan inverse minus 1 upon 1. So 2 pi minus pi by 4. So that is 7 pi by 4. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I can write 1 minus I can be written as r into cos theta plus I sin theta. नहीं तो मैं ऐसा लिख लेता हूँ. R e raised to I theta. या तो कैसा भी लिखो, ऐसा भी चलेगा. No problem. Doesn't make any difference. That is root 2 into cos 7 pi by 4
4 plus
plus
I
I
7
sin 7 pi by 4. I wanted 1 minus I raised to 5. which means root 2 into cos 7 pi by 4 plus I sine 7 pi by 4, the whole raised to 5,
Yes.
which is root 2 raised to 5 cos 5 will multiply with this 35. Oh, 35. 35 pi by 4 plus I sine 35 pi by 4. Did you understand? Now I have to only calculate this.
Denominator remains same. Why have you haven't you multiplied it, the 5 with the denominator?
No, look at this. 2 by 3 multiply with 5. कितना है?
10 by 3.
It is 10 by 15 or it is 10 by 3.
10 by
10
3.
by 3.
So this 5 is multiplying this angle. So 7 pi by 4 is multiplying 5. So it's a 35 by 4. No?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Now only I have to teach you how to calculate this value. My answer is over. Root 2 into root 2, 2 into 4, 4
Root 2.
4 root 2 chalega?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now only thing I have to calculate this. So cos of, tell me a multiple of 4 near 35.
4 8s are 32.
So I can write 32 pi plus 3 pi by 4. Upon 4 here.
Yeah.
Same way here. 32 pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4. This is 8 pi. 8 pi means I told you 360 हमेशा delete हो जाता है. You understood that? What do you mean by 8 pi? 2 pi plus 2 pi plus 2 pi 4 times ना?
Yes.
And हमेशा 360 डिग्री से तो delete हो जाता है ना? तो पूरा 8 pi delete हो जाता है. I hope you have understood.
Yes.
Anybody wants explanation here? Nobody? Very good. Cos 3 pi by 4, cos 135 degrees minus 1 by root 2 plus I sine 135 degrees 1 by root 2. When you open the bracket, minus 4 plus 4i. Okay, now somebody has asked doubt, I think, chat. Pucho doubt, pucho pehle. Ask me a doubt.
How does 3 pi by 4?
How? How I didn't get you?
3 pi by 4 came.
How this 32 pi by 4 got deleted, na?
No, sir. No, sir. That,
Which,
3 pi by 4.
how did I get 3 pi by 4?
Yes, sir.
Or how did I get this value 1 by root 2? Which you want to know?
3 pi by 4.
3 pi by, yeah. 3 pi by 4, how did you get? Okay, I'll explain. Look at this. I had cos of 35 pi by 4. This is what I had to calculate. I can write this as cos of 32 pi plus 3 pi by 4. 32 plus 3 is 35, na?
Yes, sir.
This became cos of 8 pi plus 3 pi by 4.
Yes,
If
sir.
I make it into degree, is 8 into 1, that is 4 times 360 degrees.
So
8
360
pi
degrees.
is 4 into 2 pi. And this is 3 into 180 by 4. कितना बार 360 आएगा उतना डिलीट हो जाता है. And इसका calculation है 135 degrees. And cos 135 is 180 minus 45.
So 180 will be changed.
That became minus
Minus
cos
1 by
45.
root.
Minus 1.
That became minus 1 by root.
Understood.
Understood that?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Same is sine. Sine it will become plus. That's all difference. Any other doubt? Any other student?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'll ask a similar question in your
No, sir.
exam. Eh?
Yes, sir. Explain the other question one more
Which
time.
question? Who's that?
The new one.
Atharva, you are not there in the class only. Then how will I
Yes,
teach
sir.
you? You will check the video.
Yes, sir.
Which question you didn't understand? This one is done, na?
No, sir.
This
Yes,
one.
I understood. I understood.
Yeah.
This one.
Then check the video. If video is not under, you are not following the video, then I will teach you again because other students' time will get wasted.
Yes,
If
sir.
you are not understanding the video, you call me.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I'll check.
Are you ready to do one more problem of this? Everybody wrote this one, or you want some time? This is completed.
Written.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Still writing.
Completed or not completed?
Not completed, sir.
Okay, then I am pausing for a minute. So pehle Z, you have to find out this value. How much is this? So first you will call Z as 1 minus root 3i.
Yes, sir.
Then calculate modulus of Z. Root of a square plus b square. Root of 1 square plus
1
minus
square
Minus.
square.
plus root 3 the whole square.
That will be 2.
Yes.
2.
Now argument which quadrant?
Fourth.
Fourth. So 2 pi plus tan inverse b by a. That is 2 pi plus tan inverse minus root 3.
Root 3.
That is 2 pi minus pi by 3.
5 by 3.
6 minus 5 pi. 6 minus 1 is 5 pi. So I can write Z as R is 2 cos 5 pi by 3 plus I sine 5 pi by 3. And you have to calculate Z raised to 4. 2 into cos 5 pi by 3 plus I sine 5 pi by 3 the whole raised to 4. Which became 2 raised to 4 cos 5 pi by 3 multiplied by 4. So 20 pi by 3 plus I sine 20 pi by 3. Now to calculate the value, 2 raised to 4 is 16. Multiple of 3 near 20.
18 pi.
18.
So 6 pi
18
plus
pi
7.
plus 2 pi divided by 3. Six pi plus 2 pi by 3.
So 6 pi and 6 pi gets cancelled.
So this is a multiple of 360 degrees. Delete. Delete.
120 degree.
This is how much? 120.
120 degree.
Of 120 plus I
Cos of 120 degrees.
Second
I'm writing for your understanding. You don't have to write it in degree, just for your understanding. This will be negative cos 60.
Minus cos.
Cos 60 minus sin.
minus cos.
This is sin 60 root 3 by 2.
Root 3.
Now open the bracket, minus 8.
8 minus 8 plus
I 8 root 3.
Root 3.
I don't think it's difficult. The only benefit of this is any power you can calculate. If fourth power you want, you could have done this also. You would have squared once, then squared once more. ऐसा भी आपको कर सकते हैं. But if the power is 20 or 30, it would be difficult for you to do that. That's why this problem is good one.